I'm back to do another live. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for your return. First, I want to give thanks to the Most High for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, all powerful, being all good, and being the only wise God, and giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength, and giving thanks to my spirit team for their guidance and support. Okay, so you guys are having an amazing day today. I pulled a couple of energies. So I decided to go ahead and go live and share. Okay, we have blossoming abundance. Okay, so this is somebody who is blossoming abundance. Okay, so a lot of abundance in the air. Number three could be significant, and the third chakra archangel Shamil. Okay, so a lot of this is the sacral, no, the solar plex, third chakra, and we have the sacral chakra, Archangel Uriel. Okay, so that's the solar plexus. Those are the chakras that was your confidence and your creativity here. Okay, we have a door to romance. Okay, so there is somebody out here. Look like they're trying to siphon some energy. Okay, shadows. I put some shadows too. So we got a Queen of Pentacles, and we have Queen of Pentacles shadows, the hidden knowledge used to control the Illuminati, false light energy came out with the shadows around these energies. Okay, then we have a King of Wands. Okay, we have a Queen of Wands. We have a shadow of lies. So we have confession shadows. So there are some people out there confessing, some exposing some lies coming from so they're out there speaking some negativity. We got High Priestess energy, and we have the greed shadows. Okay, so there's some people out here just talking negative. We got a church member too, so I don't know what's going on. So I want to just go ahead and just clear up some of these energies, some people's perspective. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and clarify. Yeah, we got some sexual energy. So this with this card right here, this is sexual, door to romance. And then you have sacral chakra and solar plex chakra. Okay, so this is where the energies that they use to harvest abundance. Okay, so and we're gonna find out what's going on. Look like they're doing some trying to harvest some energy from someone's sacral and solar plexus. With this sexual energy, it says using sexual energy for power, control, or domination. Misuse, binding through intimacy. Root cause, trauma, addiction, fear of rejection, ancestral seduction, wounds, healing light. Sexuality is sacred when aligned with love, truth, and freedom. Says my body and energy are holy. I create only through love. Okay, so with these energies out here, there's always some shadows energy. When we meet people, we see, the light side of people. But then when I pull out the shadows, then that way you get a chance to know exactly the people that we don't see. We always want to find a positive in a person when we see them, but then we don't realize that we don't connect to the shadows until later when it's too late. So with this sexual energy is a shadow, and with the cards that came out, so like it's a beautiful card, right? But then when you dealing with people that's out here siphoning energy, And their perspective is, we're gonna find out what their perspective is to kind of find out what's going on. The bottom of the deck, we got walking away. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, this is some energy I can relate to. I don't want to go into it, but I am a candidate for people trying to harvest off my energy. Okay, so why would this energy be coming up if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If it's not the case at this time. Now, these people are family members, they're from my marriage that I'm no longer a part of, and they just going crazy in the energy, right? So we're gonna go ahead and find out what's going on. Okay. It's kind of shocking to see this church member out here. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna put these shadows to the side. We're gonna go ahead and find out what's going on with this blossoming abundance. Okay, we got thirsty. Okay, so somebody's out here thirsty for this blossoming abundance, seeking attention, needing validation, desperate and pushy. Okay, so we got somebody out here that's desperate, thirsty, hungry, for some abundance, attention, some energy. Yeah, we have real estate at the bottom. So this could be their investment in this abundance. Okay. So I guess they siphon off of people that's lonely, that's alone. Okay. So we're going to find out what's going on. Then I'm going to put some outside energies as well. So we have Knight of Wands. Okay. So this is the Aries energy. So this is the action. So they're taking some sort of action. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay, so there's somebody taking action. There's an Aries energy out here looking for people that's lonely. I'm not going to just say me, but I learned about this energy siphoning through my readings and realized that this is a business. Okay, so they're siphoning off of people who has value. Okay, people who are leveling up. So you may have a good job, you may have have it going on with yourself. You could have a nice job, have a nice car. You can be doing pretty well for yourself, or you could just be real creative, right? So this is like where they come in and take action. I noticed that they do a lot of online, find people online, dating sites, okay, and they take action. So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna stop there. We're gonna kind of go into this thirsty energy and kind of find out how do they go about this thirsty energy. Okay, so we're gonna see. So they use friends and family, right? It says alliance. So they have friends. Okay, so this is a knocked up energy, pregnancy babe on the way, expecting. Okay, so somebody could be living and learning something about some sort of magic. Okay, so let's see. So they thirsty out here, honey. This is a beautiful reading until I pulled out the shadows and find out what the hell is going on. Okay, so they out here thirsty. Come on, clarify this thirsty energy, spirit. What's going on? Okay, so we have temperance. So this is a healing energy. Okay, this is a healing energy for balance. It's also known for peace. Okay, balance. So they're thirsty for some sort of balance. So they could be, shit, we got justice. Okay, so that's another balance. And we have robbery. So hold on. This is a lot going on. Hold on. Okay, so they're thirsty for some sort of balance, some sort of healing. Okay, so they want to, so this is how they get this abundance from somebody. We have withdrawal. So they're refusing to withdraw from a situation. So they're hungry, they're desperate. Okay, this is kind of this energy I'm picking up is kind of fast paced. Okay, so they're thirsty for healing. Okay, they will not withdraw. Let's see. They're taking fast action with this Aries energy. Knight of Wands. Okay, let's get more for this thirsty energy. Okay, so they think for sure they must be having a conversation with someone. They says, yep, to proceed. So something's supposed to be happening soon. Okay, they're supposed to be providing, receiving some sort of aid. This is devout energy. Okay, so somebody is saying no. Okay, to this sneaky link. Okay, there is possibly an Aries or somebody knowing that somebody is, this is the onlooking. So this is somebody having foresight. This is also an Aries energy. Somebody know that they effed up. Okay, they could be trying to move away to calmer water, but I don't know. You know, that could be just their second thought. This energy is moving kind of fast. So let's see. Let's get one more energy. Yeah, they have an imagination. Okay, they're using their imagination. They're saying for sure they want to let it go. Okay, now they're trying to back up. They said they want to let something go now. Okay, we're going to see. So they did have some sort of investment in the situation. It says real estate. Okay, so they have some sort of real estate. This marriage is sticking out. So they could be investing in marriages. You know, I don't know what it is. What I've learned, yeah, they provide some sort of aid through these marriages, these false marriages. It's like contracts. I'm gonna share a little bit with you about these contracts, what I've learned about from doing my readings. Okay, so there is people that they find online. I know for sure through OnlyFans, right? So yeah, I guess that's a dating site, and there is a person. I'm sure they're gonna pop up in the reading very soon, where they go out and they find people online, and I guess they hit them up through their DM, and you know, I guess I don't know how it works, right? But they come through your DM and they give you a proposition, or you know, ask questions about you. However, you guys go, if you have guys have an OnlyFans, however they approach you, right? So with this particular energy, there is some sort of thing called a marriage. At least it come out through this card through my readings where it's a marriage, right? So with this marriage, it's an investment where they provide some sort of aid, or you provide some sort of aid or some sort of service um, that they offer you, right? Affording some sort of aid. So let's see how we can get. So now I clarified the real estate with the aid. Let's see what else we can get under this real estate. So we can. Okay, so we have somebody daydreaming. Okay, so you got somebody watching you in this investment where they provide some sort of aid for you. Somebody's watching in the background do some sort of surveillance. I guess I don't know if OnlyFans have cameras on where you guys or where people entertain online. I'm not for sure how it works, but there is the person that you clicked on, I guess, to have some sort of friendship with, right? And then there is someone in the background outside of the people that's a part of the date, I guess, where you provide some sort of aid and somebody is watching. Okay. Okay, we have accident. So I guess let me see if we can get, let's see if we can get what happens with the aid spirit. What's happening when you provide aid? Somebody is creating some sort of conflict right now. They could be fighting. I could be picking up right now energy. Some people could be pulling back at this particular time. The repo, somebody's like, they don't want to give their heart. It says giving their heart. I'm clarifying aid. Okay, we have this King of Wands. Okay, so they could be pulling back because we did have a King of Wands over here. Okay, through the shadows that had came out. So somebody could be pulling their services back from a King of Wands. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some more into this real estate. What's going on with this? Could be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, where they make some sort of investment in this. Okay, so we have Nine of Cups. So this is investment for, which is fulfillment, right? Nine of Cups is it's individual happiness, right? And they have an idea for their own wishes fulfillment in this investment. This energy is doing mean things for money. Okay, so they have an idea to do mean things for money as an investment by providing some sort of aid. By repouring, pulling back from their fighting. And so somebody is pulling back their energy. What are they pulling? Where do they repouring? See, this was unknown to somebody. Something was unknown, so they're repouring. Something was supposed to take place tonight where they have a blessing. Okay, so somebody didn't, it was unknown that this was going on, that they were giving a heart to this King of Wands. So there's some sort of fight. So let's find out what this fight is about. Yeah, somebody got caught in the trap. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this daydream. Let's see what we're going to move on. Let's see what's going on with this daydream. Because somebody decided to let go now. So I guess somebody was doing something behind their back. Somebody had a hand, libation. So they had a hand in this situation where they was daydreaming. I'm clarifying daydream. So somebody having their hand in a situation where somebody mixed emotions, unclear feelings, feeling wishy-washy about something. So wishy-washy is energy. Somebody's not quite there, right? They could have been. Why are they wishy-washy, spirit? Why is this person wishy-washy? We got perseverance in the reverse. So this is like they confused. Like they're not taking. They didn't take action. So it's like why? They in a heart fog about taking action. A part of this glow up today. This is right now energy. This is right now energy. Now they hesitating. Shit. What's the surprise about this daydream? What happened? It's like somebody called somebody else about, oh, it's a hierophant. So this is a church member. Okay. So we did pull a church member energy. So this is a hierophant who's daydreaming. The surprise is a hierophant. They're having a hand. This looks like a pouring of some sort of oil. I don't know. This happening at church? Like right now? Now they decide to let go of somebody's imagination. This is crazy. Okay, so the daydreaming, the surprise is that this hierophant is here and they're pulling, they have somebody, they hand libation. Tell me more about this daydream. The truth, Ace of Swords. Okay, that there was a part of some sort of marriage that these people are looking in on, the Three of Wands, with this sneaky link. So somebody is wishy-washy about persevering. They don't know if they want to continue going. Why are you hesitating? Because they're having a memory of something. What you have of compromising with this King of Coins. Tell me more. Somebody is shook. Okay, anything is possible with this frenemy. So somebody is shook. Hello, what is going on? Somebody is part of a turn party. They've been put on red. They say not today. They have a light bulb moment about somebody's sleeping princess. Sleeping princess. So somebody's watching somebody get married. And it's the truth. They do have their hand in the situation. They sit back watching, daydreaming, and they surprised at this hierophant. Is this, what about the hierophant? It's adulting. So they're surprised that I caught them. I'm a Did I call them? Okay. All up in my energy, doing mean things for money. So what is this mean things for money? What are they doing? This is family energy. So this is the Pisces energy. They keeping it 100 with the Nine of Swords. Okay, so they scared, or they trying to bring some sort of fear to someone. Because you got keeping it 100, so somebody is afraid that somebody's keeping it 100 with this page of wands. Yeah, that Eight of Swords, they trapped. Trying to, remember I said energy harvest? They're trying to take something. They're trying to harvest some energy with the Seven of Swords. I cannot make this up. So somebody said, take a chance with this Two of Pentacles, with this contract. This is this Capricorn energy. Tonight, it's happening right now. There was unknown that this was going to be live. Okay, so let's see. This is the Nine of Wands. So this is the Aries energy. So there's supposed to be some sort of action taken. What sort of action is taken? They living and learning about some sort of magic. Okay, this star energy. Okay, so let's see what you living and learning. That it says dirty offer in the reverse. So it's like they moving. What's the recent past of this dirty offer? That they was going on an adventure. They went on an adventure in the recent past, and they wasn't part of a dirty offer. Mirror the dirty offer in the reverse. Some sort of ending, death, something ended, but it didn't end over a dirty offer. What did it end over? Over a Five of Wands, chaos, confusion, jealousy, competition. Well, tell me what happened. What happened? It said there was eternal love. So there was an older couple is under judgment. Okay, because they thought that anything was possible. Anything was possible after judgment. Soon something's supposed to be happening. Okay, so what's the recent past of this Five of Wands? That's Leo energy. There was a detective. What's with the Six of Wands? They were celebrating that somebody. It's like being jealous and being envious. It's like stop it. Being in the way is the energy of stepping in the way and just bringing some sort of confusion, chaos, and competition, right? So there was a detective. What was he doing here? Body shaming. Okay, so he could have been, he was body shaming. It says body shaming, low self-worth, negative body image, feeling judged. So they are negatively speaking on someone. They have some sort of agreement, says indeed. They had a 6 months contract and somebody wanted to stop. Because we had up here, remember in the reverse, somebody wasn't persevering through a situation, right? They was fighting and they wanted something repoed. Somebody was giving their heart to a King of Wands. Okay, so now the investment has something to do with a Pisces, a Queen of, a King of Pentacles, and a Pisces. They had an idea of doing mean things for money, right? I'm just reading the order of these cards with this Ten of Cups, which is a Pisces family. Okay, so they decided to take action with the Knight of Wands, and somebody is now living and learning something about this adventure. That there was no dirty offer in this situation. Their adventure that they were going on ended in a death. It ended in some kind of way. Recent past of the death, there was some jealousy, competition, and confusing. And that's clarified as through this detective who was body shaming someone indeed, right? So they were indeed body shaming someone. Clarify this indeed. What were they agreeing upon? Indeed, what? that it was a private online community opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles to triumph and win in some kind of way, being it was somebody's last straw, to be immature, small-minded, insignificant drama. So this looked like some groupie or somebody who is fake, made up on the outside. This is a Libra. No, this is a Queen of, this is a Leo, a fire sign in this deck. And it was their happy times. There was a message of truth that came in about a vacation when you hang out with your bae on this vacation. So this could have been a part of a vacation. Somehow it ended in death. Let's find out about this Five of Wands. And this detective body shaming, indeed in green, that is an online community opportunity. I can't make this up. Okay, so what's going on with this Five of Wands? Yep, it was a vacation. Somebody had a light bulb moment. See, because they said not today. See, it says turn party, not today. And they had sneaky link. Not today, turn party, sneaky link. So basically, something went on without somebody. Somebody could have got charged for something, accused of something that they wasn't really a part of. So they could have had some information or something glued to them that wasn't the truth. Because you have this Eight of Wands watching a marriage. So how do you watch a marriage if nobody agreed upon it? So somebody is watching, daydreaming up here at the top. And they Hierophant is shook right now. Take it how it resonate. Okay. So this was an online opportunity for online. Because like I said, this could have been something like on OnlyFans where you pay to watch something. And I guess it's where people be body shaming, talking about people, saying negative. It's called stinking thinking, is what I call it. I mean, I didn't gave it a whole name. I've seen it so much in my readings. Hell, I just call it stinking and thinking. I guess it's a sort of business that they offer as a channel on and get paid for it. Okay. So right prior to the death, there was a lot of chaos, competition, confusion about this vacation that somebody has a light bulb moment about now. Now a light bulb is coming on thinking about this Empress energy. Okay. Tell me more. Yeah, and they were stuck in a commitment. Remember I said they had a 6 month contract? Mm-hmm. It was a 6 month contract with this boot. I cannot. With this beat, this is, I can't show that picture, but it has like a booty call. You see that person's leg? So they were stuck in this contract with this Empress. But they're just now having a light bulb moment about like with this vacation. That's what they were, the chaos and competition and confusion was around prior to this death. Okay. So somebody didn't want to be there. But this detective played a role and agreed to put this online as an online opportunity when somebody is disagreeing. What is this light bulb moment they come to understanding about? That it was their friend, that they felt deserving, which is his Three of Swords, a Libra energy. So somebody's friend felt deserving that that they should experience some sort of heartache, heartbreak. Three of Swords. Tell me more about this vacation. Yeah, they had a contract. with the Two of Pentacles. So that's like two people coming into agreement. See, remember they was going online offering contracts. So they found a contract with two people, and they said they was going to take a chance and rob somebody. So they just like taking energy, robbing energy, stealing through booty calls with people that's not agreeing. Okay, so let me see. So tell me about this commitment. Why did this person look like they trying to get out away from this person? So this person have them bound. Tell me about that. Yeah, they have tea time. So this is that thinking tea time, Wheel of Fortune, destiny swap. Wheel of Fortune is destiny, and something went wrong. So what went wrong? Somebody had a 3-month contract with a new boo, and somebody was relaxing, reading about Ace of Wands, a new beginning on how to start something new with the Eight of Pentacles at work, Virgo energy. Okay, but something stopped. How to stop something, and then somebody said right. So it's like this person is having a conversation. Right, what? Right, how to collaborate. So they wanted to bring on a collaboration with right about how to collaborate with Eight of Pentacles, how to collaborate at work with this Virgo energy, how to stop this Ace of Wands, how to stop somebody's new beginning with a new boo. They got a new boo, right? So they read something about how to do something with a 3-month contract, but something went wrong. Tell me about what went wrong. We got this Queen of Wands showing up here. They could have been part of this collaboration. They agreed to work in this collaboration because you said again, Eight of Pentacles, right? Collaboration, but something came to a stop. What came to a stop? I hit a tower. Something ended. I'm gonna go to the recent. Somebody was backtracking into something with a Nine of Pentacles. That's a Virgo energy. The heart fog is here. So somebody kind of went they went kind of woozy. So somebody said that's some good news. I guess they could be learning something about this. This is my pickup. This is right now energy. Okay. Some yeah, somebody came to they said I did not. They said nah, I did not persevere with this hookup. They said they did not. That they're learning from this reader right now. They're trolling online, watching. So this trolling online. Five of Cups energy. So they regret, sad, something that they hear about this Knight of Cups, this message of love from this Five of Swords energy. They said that they had some endorsement. So this is endorsement is like a bride. Okay. Whew, shit. Okay, so there was a tower in this collaboration. Let's go to the recent past of this tower. I want to see what kind of bribe it was. There was some sort of bribe. Let me see. So this Eight of Pentacles is some sort of work. So this is a Virgo energy. Five of Cups, they regretting something. This is a Scorpio energy too. That is Scorpio energy with that Death card. It's trolling. You see how they trolling on their computer? Watching, reading right now. Learning about some sort of hookup that they did not take action in. They told somebody no. Then something just came to a stop. This idea that somebody read about. Let me see something. Let's see what kind of bribe it was. Somebody took a bribe to do this dirty offer, doing mean things for money. It happens all the time. People think, it's like people have a hard time these days, right? And they just think that it's innocent. Okay, so let's find out what this bribe was about. Where'd it go? What was the bribe spirit in this situation? Somebody took some sort of bribe in order to move forward. It says procurement. Procurement favor. Procurement favor. Screwed purchasing for a preferred supplier. Insider tip. So something screwed. So some sort of purchase that was screwed for a preferred supplier. Mm, okay. Take that high resume. So let's see. So something went wrong. Something came to us. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Like, so something happened with this. Let's see. Clarify this Ace of Wands. Somebody won something with this idea because this was their last straw, and there was receipts behind it. Something came to a stop. Clarify what came to a stop. Somebody was all in their fields and they was laid up. That they were indulging. So they indulged with some people that was indulging in this laid up, all in their fields. So this is like it went all the way. So somebody, like I said, having a hand in the situation. So this is them having a hand in the situation. Mirror to stop. So something stopped because there was a disturbance. There was something happening behind the moon that somebody was providing some care for. While somebody was all in their feelings and laid up, they were in the extra third party. Remember that somebody was walking in? Okay, something happened behind the moon with this moon energy. This is Pisces energy with some sort of disturbance. What happened? What kind of disturbance was it? It was with the Five of Swords. They didn't have an endorsement. Again, in the reverse, endorsement is in the reverse. So they did not have, and that's why this king, these people are under judgment. So this is already established. Okay, so they're saying that they did not have an endorsement. There was no endorsement. There was no dirty offers. It's confirming again. Okay, so this is what they did for money. So, so there was the Ace of Pentacles. So what happened with the endorsement? Let me just put this up here. Somebody did an origin. So somebody started something new. They compromised to do some magic. And it was this person that's knocked up. This pregnant person. But they could have been trying to control what the messages that went out with Knight of Swords. Okay. They were saying that this was happy time. This was a time of blessing. With this message of truth. Okay, so they lied to make a person look like they fucked up. Okay, so this is Ace of Wands. So this is, okay, this was on an online community. What else was what this Ace of Wands was about? About it, somebody collected some information, the Page of Swords. Passing the information again about somebody that's like not taking action. Skirt in the reverse. So they sent the message saying that they did not, the perseverance was in the reverse. So that means that they did not. But they saying here that they turned around and came back with the skirt. That's what this opportunity was to send a message out to the people online saying that this person came back. There was somebody that came back with the skirt in the reverse. They was doing some sort of relaxation. Okay, somebody was pissed about that they said proceed. Okay, this is what their plans were, to proceed, to make somebody pissed. They had 3 months contract. Yeah, to Nine of Swords. So this was to get somebody to feel in their vibes, to feel a Nine of Swords. That's like making somebody, it's like shocking nervous system. Something happening where you're lying on me, you're putting me in a situation it's not the truth, and you're putting messages out there. You know, all of this is wrong. Okay, because that's what they planned on doing. Some sort of wrong about this siren call. This has something to do with that Empress. Okay, they could have been wearing a mask. Okay, this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it was to trash somebody because it was that stinking thinking, right? So this was the gossiping and talking to make somebody tea time in front of the world. So something came to light to somebody. They're learning something now. Devil, Sleeping Princess, New Boo, and the commitment. Okay, yeah, love got trapped into this glow up today. This Empress, part of a girl squad. And they call themselves being successful, saying anything was possible. Okay, so this is good news. Okay, about this Queen of Wands. Somebody have a light bulb moment about a vacation. Okay, what is the light bulb moment? Okay, that it was their friend who felt deserving of this message to send them and make them apology, make them sad. It was a friend who felt deserving of this Eight of Wands to take action to make them sad, is what they're saying. Okay, so somebody said, indeed, Nine of Wands. So this could have been something to do. Yeah, they wanted something to stop. They wanted to let that be known. Okay, that there was some sort of hidden, dirty um, booty. I say booty, but body shaming that they hesitated about soon, that they didn't know. So something was hesitating, that they didn't know about something, that they had planned for something to happen soon, which was supposed to be possibly tonight. Six of Swords. Yeah, they said not today. It fell over on not today. Okay, this high priestess could be informing them. This detective is here. I don't know if it's just for tonight. Yeah, Hermit. Two of Pentacles. Robbery. So they was connecting with a hermit in a robbery today with this detective snooping for dirt accusations. So they could be snooping for dirt and know that there is a contract with this hermit looking for some sort of robbery. Five of Wands over some chaos, competition, and jealousy. Yeah, they could be taking some supposed to be spilling the beans, lifting off tonight, today at this party. So this is the sneaking, thinking, sex, magic, ritual thing still going on. Okay, with this Hierophant, I don't know. That was a surprise. Hierophant came in and kind of shocked them about the situation. Okay, so there was going on an adventure. Something ended. Death energy. Mirror to death energy. They said yes, death meaning over, or yes, Scorpio, or yes, party, or yes, Nine of Wands. Mirror death. Yeah, something came to the light. Okay, so something came to the light about somebody being ill in front of the world. Okay, with somebody keeping it 100. Okay, they could be feeling trapped with the Seven of Swords, feeling caught and frightened. Okay. This Five of Pentacles. They could be ill. Okay. Take a heart resonate. Okay, so that's where they are right now. They're shocked. So there's some sort of judgment, okay, for these people caught up in this that kind of came out earlier. So we have this sacral chakra. So this is the energy that they could be trying to harvest from, siphon from. Okay, so they could have been, they had that Nine of Wands energy. Okay, so they could have been siphoning from that energy with the, say, third chakra. Maybe we're going to find out. Some hit a tower with this collaboration. So with this Five of Cups, that's the Scorpio energy. I didn't see the King of Cups over here, but we did get the Queen of Pentacles over here. We did get the King of Wands. There's a High Priest energy here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so tell me about this third chakra, Archangel Camille. Okay, so somebody said not today. They don't want to. They put them on red. This High Priestess. They say not today. They're communicating about this like right now. They supposed to have been robbing someone with these two contracts. They said not today. So let's see. Number 37 could be significant. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on? All up in somebody else's chakra. Eight of Swords. So somebody has been free from some sort of mind trap. So that means they feel confident that they said not today. I'm free. Okay. With this not today and Eight of Swords in the reverse is freeing somebody from some sort of mental entrapment. We got family at the bottom. You said that they could have tried to come up with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So there could have been a family that could have been trying to come up financially with this blossoming abundance. So they're confident that they were trying to come up off of them. This Eight of Swords. Okay, we got this petty person. They fell in reverse. So maybe they got caught for something. Why is this person in reverse? Tell me about this petty person. Yeah, she could have something to do with them being caught in a trap, in a commitment. For this sleeping princess, could have something to do with some sort of toxicity. Again, with this tea time. This gossiping. You know, it's like very nasty mouth. Right? This is somebody gossiping. Okay, so in this commitment, we got Hermit again. So this got something to do with a hermit. Okay, they could have wanted something to stop. They said, indeed, a friend who was deserving of this. This message coming through. Yeah, they said put that down there. Okay, so they're feeling confident. Okay, so this is the message coming through, clarifying one of my earlier readings. It's been in the energy for a while, just kind of getting the message through, feeling that somebody was gossiping, and with the double energy, it was, I don't know what, could have been some drugs or some drinks or something that has something to do with a Virgo, and the sleeping princess that has something to do with tea time. Could have been something in their drink. But next to this devil energy, they couldn't stop, or something said stop. They was doing mean things for money. Yeah, during some sort of care that they was apologizing about that came to the light. It's come bringing some sort of clarity. Somebody's coming through. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to bring some sort of clarity. Okay, that somebody was doing mean things for money. This family Pisces energy with this sneaky move. Okay, them giving their heart. Five of Cups, so they kind of regret Scorpio energy. So they're telling on folks something's coming to light that they know now. Like, yes, they were at this turn party. Yes, they were there giving care. Okay, I got you. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the sacral chakra. Okay, so there was some care here giving. So this is a sacral chakra. This is your creativity. This is when your feelings, all the love comes from. Okay, so your love and creativity and your projects and where you're giving of yourself, the feelings come from that chakra. Creativity. So somebody had an idea to bring a tower, and it's such a beautiful moment. Time somebody giving care. Okay, so tell me more, spirit. Okay, yeah. So this is something happened today. They said this is today a marriage. Yeah, they just started. They were trying to get some blossoming abundance going on with this graduation energy, keeping it 100, eternal love. Okay, so this was old folks. Yeah, but they weren't able to take any bribe. So that bribe energy was purchasing for a preferred supplier. So they was buying something for somebody specifically, which was just Pisces energy. Okay, for somebody to come up out of some sort of illness. It hadn't gone viral. Something hadn't gone viral for this star energy. You got star. Something wasn't okay. So let's clarify this illness in the reverse. Why is it? It says homeless in the reverse. So this person could have been coming up in some kind of way, coming out of homelessness. Like, what you mean coming up out of homelessness? Somebody was mad. Sheesh, they are pissed. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They mad that this person found out that they was using their energy and they didn't agree. Something about a star energy. Mirror this star energy. What's going on with this star energy? They said they don't remember that. We have Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could have been a moment where this person was broke, had them stuck with the Six of Swords. Because remember over here, somebody had this drugs, tea time, gossiping, doing mean things for money, sneaking around, a lot of sneakiness, and somebody feeling deserving of something to go a certain way. So it's like that kind of could have caught somebody off guard or done it behind somebody's back. Is that what it is? What about this eternal love? Yeah, it fell on this turn party. This endorsement it fell on this turn party over here. So this has something to do with somebody taking a bribe to be a part of this turn party. And this is this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So they could have been broke. Okay, so this happened because it wasn't coached. This was supposed to have been behind the scene with this lover's energy. They could have got caught. Okay, something could have broken up. A marriage could have been broken up with this Five of Swords because it wasn't caught. We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is ungrounded energy all over the place, just feeling a lack of stability. Something wasn't coached about this lovers. They could have made the wrong choice because somebody was adulting, was taking notes, and something was repo. Within the cause this Nine of Wands to That's like be, drop their wands. But you got four wands in the reverse. So that's like it somebody, so that means they couldn't get married. Something couldn't go forward. So they don't remember taking some sort of endorsement for this turn party. What is this yes over here? Yes, somebody's adulting. So now they realize everything is being recorded with this adulting energy. Somebody taking notes and think that something is coming to the light about this Scorpio energy. Yeah, Five of Cups. Of them giving their heart in a sneaky link. With this Pisces energy, family. Okay. Anything else? So, we'll clarify this eternal love, this King of Wands. So they could have been investing with keeping it 100, friendly the reverse. Okay. So this is the detective is like, okay, I'm not your. Okay, so it could have caused somebody to be talk negatively. Ten of Swords in the reverse. They say I'm not a friend of me, and I'm keeping it 100. Okay, so what is this? Graduation. So this graduation day heart fog is they wanted somebody to have mixed emotions that was le- unclear friend feelings wishy-washy about this graduation level up person. So they wanted to have somebody have wishy-washy feelings about that. Clarify. So this was scheduled in the reverse for this wedding. It wasn't scheduled. And we have this care didn't go viral. It wasn't viral until now. That's why everything was somebody was ready over here ready to fight because it was a shock. I asked them what was the surprise of this them watching something online. And they said the Hierophant. So this like somebody came in while they were watching something. Now somebody's upset. I think it's that homeless person. That person. Yeah, it's like I don't remember signing up for none of this. Clarify this endorsement. Yeah, somebody was getting a full glow up off of this energy. Why is this King of Pentacles? Why is this King of Wands here? They got caught. Seven of Swords. What they got caught doing? Three of Cups. So they're not having a victory. Nine of Pentacles. So this Nine of Pentacles had a victory because they got caught. They're not able to celebrate. They're not able to have a victory. They thought because it wasn't viral to somebody, yeah, viral in the reverse. Well, they was trying to rob something offline where people couldn't see. They was trying to do a robbery. Something wasn't scheduled, so they just thought it would be okay. hmm Okay. Yeah, the High Priestess. Somebody feel like they won. Somebody was alone. So it's like okay. So they feel like if somebody feel like their energy was taken and that they would have never known had I not came live. Yeah. You say when high priestess collaboration. They say throwing shade in the reverse and accident in reverse. So they're saying like you saved me from an accident because I didn't know what was going on and they were ready to set this person up. So they feel like they was victorious. So they won't be under judgment. that they were about to experience a loss with this glow up and this bribe. So somebody tell me more about this glow up and this endorsement. Yeah, they was like they probably would have if they don't remember. So they could have been playing on somebody's memory. Glow up energy. Yeah, they was about to win off of this person's energy. Yeah, with that second chakra, that sacral chakra. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go over to daughter romance. So this is where they was about to take all of this energy, all this confidence energy, all of this abundance. They had it all planned out. It was gonna take it to this daughter romance. Okay, so tell me about this daughter romance. Yeah, it's gonna create a loss. That's about to take a loss. High priestess. Okay, could have brought some information, prevented an accident. So now they're taking a loss, or somebody is taking a loss. Somebody feel like they lost something in this door of romance. I don't know. Let me keep going. Today, let me get some more hints. Yeah, there was a gift. It was just for this numbing person. This was the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles energy, this numbing energy that they had took a leap of faith to create a vow to have their hand in a situation. Many hands. There could have been a lot of people a part of this. I know there's two people over here fighting. We have the King of Pentacles, we have a Hermit, we have the Devil, we have the Frenemy in the reverse, the Siren calls. Somebody over here thirsty, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. Tell me about this story, romance spirit. Yeah, it's supposed to have been happening tonight. So it was, yeah, they have plans tonight, but somebody turned back around. It was a, so yeah, I think it was a Scorpio. Could have made it, could have wanted them to turn back around to be a part of this third wheel. Somebody experienced a loss though. This story romance is just somebody is sad. They're seeing somebody lost somebody that night. That somebody turned around and came back. This Taurus energy. Three of Pentacles. That was part of a third wheel. Clarified loss. It collaborated. Somebody backtracked. With the Scorpio. Somebody did not live and learn something. They didn't know something that at the time when they collaborated, yeah, I wasn't coached about this Queen of Coins in the world. So she had planned for something to be in front of the world with this people. Yeah, there was no accident though. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Tower in the reverse. They had no idea. So there's a loss. So it's okay. So somebody's feeling a loss because of this collaboration. Somebody experienced a loss. This collaboration, they didn't know. Right, until they got coached. That this Queen of Pentacles, Yeah, they was getting ready to create an accident, but something didn't work out. Eight of Pentacles represents energy in the reverse. Yeah, they say save them from a tower. They had no idea. Okay, so this Pisces energy idea didn't pan out. They didn't create a tower like they wanted to. Something's supposed to happen tonight. Give me a couple energies for tonight. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So they're not able to see this 6 months contract with this Three of Swords, Libra energy, to create some sort of heartbreak. They wanted to see this heartbreak. That is so crazy. They talk about good luck, but there was no throwing the shade. They was ready to throw you under the bus again. hmm Okay, so what about this death? Death meaning something didn't happen, right? It didn't follow through. It didn't happen. Let me know this over here. Yeah, something didn't happen. Okay, just give me a couple energies for this. Yeah, so the death, Scorpio energy, they did not receive a dirty offer. You can believe that, they said. Okay, he said they won't be getting a judgment call on you today because it didn't happen. So this Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment, something was supposed to happen yesterday. The Five of Swords, it's been released. Somebody dropped a sword. The Scorpio energy, they try to put it on somebody else and say somebody else had a dirty offer. They wanted somebody to believe it, which would have caused them to be under judgment. So now they're happy that yesterday. What happened yesterday? Yeah, it was a blessing. Yeah, so they're not under judgment. It is a blessing, right? Okay, so let's see. So somebody came back. This is adorable. They keep saying this. They feel like they just stuff for turning around, coming back. It was just the wrong decision to make. They like, damn, I turned around and came back and messed up. It was not the good thing, right thing to do. They feel burnt out. This lover's energy. Okay, they said of course, right? They feel like of course something was supposed to take off and spill the beans with this King of Swords. What's of course? Lovers. 4 of Wands. They supposed to got married. I mean, it was supposed to have been a. I hate to even call it a marriage. That is not a marriage, okay? It's like a celebration. Yeah, somebody was in their head about this protest. They didn't want something to be shouted out. What's in their head? Yeah, that they had to go. They didn't feel deserving. That somebody didn't feel deserving. That they went and didn't feel deserving. It's Virgo energy. They went with that person who didn't feel deserving. Right. You gonna go against me to go with somebody else who don't feel like I'm deserving? That's effed up, huh? Okay, so there was a protest that went place today. So something came out about it. I'm glad somebody getting some sort of closure. With this Queen of Swords. Today's Queen of Swords is afraid of this cloud 9 energy. Oh, that just happened today. So somebody's saying, yeah, this Gemini energy. Yeah, that she wasn't a spiritual narcissist and that the spiritual narcissist did not get their way. Yeah. Yeah, 4 of Cups. There was another choice that was taken. And I did see my little investigation friend right here. So he's taking notice, okay, of the vows, the agreements that could have possibly been formed with the people who gave zero fucks right now. Okay, so this is the third wheel. Okay, so there's a message of truth going out about this third wheel with this four of coins, with this Capricorn energy. Something's supposed to take place tomorrow. Yeah, they're supposed to have hands off. So they're supposed to have been doing something tomorrow, hands off. We're supposed to. Okay, so that was send a message about this, about them holding on to some finances with this hands off ritual, being territorial, staking claims, scaring off competition. I think that's part of the agreement that you have in the marriage, where they send a message out to grab some finances through this energy exchange. So it's like they don't want you to have your hands on anyone else once you complete, once you, because the glow up is not for, you can't just have like a random partner. You have to, when you're in a contract, you can only share your energy in this daughter romance with these people that you set, that these people set a contract with. You can't have a contract with anyone else. Is what I'm getting. Let's just get one more. What's the third will? Yeah, it's a goal. So it's a goal will to do third will and use your strength. So it's like Leo energy. Leo's goal for a third will. Page of Swords. So this was a message being collected. They're learning. Aries energy, that there was no action. The Empress is in the reverse with this Page of Wands. So something didn't work out with this Knight of Cups. They're supposed to have been sending a message and trading and snatching this money and right, destiny swapping and hands off ritual and the glow up, the whole nine. Yeah, you have Six of Swords, so people was able to move away. Or somebody okay to Six of Swords, not moving, not taking action. Somebody's okay with the Six of Swords, not moving forward. Mirror this Page of Wands. Not taking action toward their Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what somebody's somebody's taking over the reading. They said that's the truth. They was okay with you not moving forward. This is the light bulb moment. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, we're yearning, missing someone, reminiscing. So they're thinking about this, remembering you, missing you through this while they trolling through the card reading today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bring a lot of clarity. Okay, so what about this Four of Swords? Anything else about this? Yeah, about this vacation with this boss up energy. Them taking Page of Wands. So it's like they did not want you to come up off of your Ten of Pentacles, but they wanted to use this boss up energy for vacation, is what you're saying. To boss up with this boss up energy. While you was trolling, missing someone, they was looking to come up. Right, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups. That was a wishes fulfillment, and you saying that they're sorry, not sorry. Yeah, they didn't feel bad about betraying you. Right. You're absolutely right. That's the way it looked like. That's what it's looking like to me. Okay, so what about this Four of Swords? This is a King of Pentacles. This remind me that deck that I have where, he was, yeah, this was the opportunity for them. So it was a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, and this Five of Pentacles to come up financially. Yeah, and you got lipstick evidence right here. Yes. Mm-hmm. My boo, Knight of Swords. So this is like they was gonna throw your boo in the trash. Yeah, because they didn't take action. Exposed. Leo energy. So they could have been feeling something about this Nine of Swords. They wanted you to feel and vibe with this Nine of Swords energy. That because you was penny pinching, they want you to be hung up watching this snack tomorrow. Oh, so I wonder, do you got to watch movies to get paid? It's like watch these movies and earn money. So okay, so that could be something that's going on. I don't know, but I never thought about that. Somebody wants to watch somebody penny pinching be in a snack mode. Yeah. All right. I think we got the message. Let's see. Okay. So somebody have to walk away. The Eight of Cups. Fake. They have to walk away from fake flexing. Okay, and this curse that they were doing. Okay, and they're excited about this at the cloud nine. Emotional fulfillment, expectations met, ecstatic. They got to walk away from that, and they're salty. That's what somebody's saying. Somebody's mad, feeling wrong, bitter. They're mad. Yeah, they're using your energy. Dramatic jealousy. Yeah, this is their strategy for your self love in front of the world. Yeah, to have you backtracking with your hand in somebody's hand. And yeah, the King of Swords. Put their hand in a situation to make believe that you were burdened. Yeah, you have King of Swords, hand in the situation. So that's verbal communication, thoughts around having your hand in the situation to create some sort of burden around this make believe energy. Okay, so right. Okay, so they want to bring some sort of burden. Okay, because when you operate in the low when you operate in the low vibration, then if they can get you to lower your vibration, then that's just a perfect way for them to come in. But this was their last straw, cuffing season. They have receipts now that they were, yeah, this Nine of Cups, this Pisces energy was their wishes fulfillment. And they were sorry, not sorry, but it was their happy times to read up on how to have one up on somebody in a marriage by providing some sort of numbing substance to get someone to take a leap of faith. This is an actual numbing person. So they could have they wanted to numb you to take a leap of faith with this Page of Cups so they can gain off of you being in your feelings so they can receive your gifts. Dealing with this squad that was going to be successful. So now that they're fed up now about this reservation. With this justice is going to jail with this 3 month contract. Okay. We got it. We got it. Okay, very good. But we can close this message up now. I think we got it. It's like the judgment card came out. Can we close this message, Spirit? What else? Distress act with urgency and social assistance needed next month. So now they have something on their record for next month to show that they was part of this SOS urgency call with this King of Pentacles. Okay, because High Priestess came in and blew their wig cap back. Okay, with this bully, you know, trying to mind control. They could be stubborn and didn't want to hear that that was a possibility, that they wasn't throwing shade because there was no promise. But they was being using you as a rebound for something online. Seven of Cups. Yeah, that what they wanted. I get it. They wanted to be blind in the situation, on this adventure. They didn't want to be seen, a part of this online community. They did not want to be seen. They didn't want Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands in the reverse. They didn't want that message to go out. They wanted to stop that communication. They didn't want that to be known. But it's known. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. So let's see. We can get a closing message, or not a closing message, but we get some more details. So this is, let's look at the shadows again. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Scarcity consciousness. There's never enough. I must hoard, hide, or hustle. Deep rooted fear of loss, poverty, or instability, often ancestral. Feels unsafe unless she's constantly producing or saving. Okay, so this is this energy right here. This person's right here that's thirsty, that's wanting to hustle, trying to get some money, but you're trying to, with this Temperance energy, yeah, they wouldn't withdraw. Their imagination in its investment to provide aid. There could have been some people in the conflict over this. They were saying for sure they was gonna let something go. Surprised the Hierophant showed up. They was able to see this. Okay, so they just knew that somebody wasn't going to come up and do a reading because everything wasn't scheduled. It was like, everything was supposed to have been hidden, uncoached, untouched. Yeah. So there was some hidden knowledge used to control. That's what we end up running into. That somebody was using some hidden knowledge because it was hidden to control the situation and create some false enlightenment about a situation. Right. So now you can say it's the discern. It says the hidden knowledge used to control the false enlightenment is the healing focus. Discern true light versus distorted light. So it's like basically, had we not caught them in the act, then it would have been considered as something that was distorted. It could have been made up, but being that it was actually, caught in the act, then it shows that, it illuminates the situation, brings it to the light when it comes to the sexual energy. Using sexual energy for power, control, or domination. Misuse, binding through intimacy. Root cause, trauma, addiction, fear, or rejection. Ancestral seduction, wounds, healing light. Sexuality is sacred when aligned with love, truth, and freedom. So this was, yeah, something that they were using in this room door of romance with this sacral chakra and a solar plex chakra for abundance, harvesting energy with this sexual energy manipulation. So there was a King of Wands involved. Intimidation masked as leadership, needs constant validation or praise. Silence of diminishes others to stay. Narcissism or God complex on top. So this has something to do with the King of Wands wanting to be on top, stay on top, want to keep people involved and doing the same thing when they should not have been. Uses passion over power instead of inspire. Anger issues are unpredictable outbursts. Uses rage to punish or manipulate. Okay. Yeah. That's like, I can feel the aggressive energy coming through, right? With this devil energy, it was definitely okay. It was a hot topic. Then you got anger. There's a lot of fire. So it's like it was designed to cause some sort of fear, right? It's like without this person knowing what was going on, then it would have, to find out later would have been a shock to know that this is what you did, or this is, what happened, or whatever plans that they were using to bring that Nine of Swords energy in. It was called the fear-based control, secrecy, and manipulation, the collective enslavement, the cabal. So this, um it's like energy to enslave you, and then to harvest off the energy that you feel from being feared. So being scared puts people into this panic. When they're panicking, then it's like it sends the vibration to the lower vibrational people to siphon from that energy, which makes you just feel depleted and even more weak. So the goal is not to panic. hmm So this was the perspective. This was, they wanted to paint a perspective for somebody. This person, I can't recall if the world would, I don't think the world was going to receive them. I think they had some customers. Some people wanted to see this, probably. Okay, so then we have a couple of names. We have a name here. Has something to do with a Pisces energy. The King of Cups. Pisces energy who wanted to see came out in confirmation. Excuse me. Pittsburgh. Excuse me. Pittsburgh, California could be significant. There's a church member. I don't know if there's a church member in Pittsburgh. Let me get one energy around this church member. Because we did. What's known about this church member? Ooh, they must know who this church member is. Because they got evidence on him. What about this Pittsburgh Richardson guy? Might as well just get one for each and see what's going on. Yeah. They were there to receive a gift from this girl squad. And they were going to celebrate. 6 of Wands. They say anything is possible, honey. Anything is possible. Then we have this Queen of Cups. Excuse me. Then we have this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands. Come through, Spirit. Okay, yeah, we're gonna let's clarify these real fast. This is bringing some energies to the front, right? Okay, so let's see. So there's a church member. That's under some sort of evidence. Anything else you want to ask her about this church member? What else should we know about this church member? They got some evidence. What's the surprise besides this evidence? Yeah, that they was being blind in the situation. They was acting like they wasn't there. They was part of this road trip. This road trip is where I don't know if this was done to this person. I don't know if they were aware, because I am seeing somebody over here kind of stressed out with this Five of Cups energy. Could be in regret. But there was somebody who would have some sort of conflict. So maybe they didn't know. But that road trip is like, the surprise that somebody was there blind, like in the back, in the cut. What else is about this church member? That they was about to hook up with somebody. Ooh, they mad. They could be ready. They could be ready to fight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's see. That's not good though. What does this church member need to know? Because sometimes people be needing to know something. What do they need to know? They need to know that there is no love. Ace of Cups in the reverse, and this was their happy times. The Seven of Cups to create some sort of illusion for you. They want that's what Spirit wants you to know. There was no love there. It was happy times under an illusion. It wasn't real. It could have been a Pisces there watching, being blind in a situation. Okay, we have a perspective. So they could have been seeing something a certain way. What's the perspective? Ooh, this justice. Loving on this justice would have sent you to jail. Sent somebody to jail. Let me see, Spirit. We have reservations right here. Then we have justice. Okay, and then we have confinement. So this was somebody's way of sending somebody to jail. Let me try. Yeah, there was. It was a week. There was a week. Something was supposed to be happening in a week for this King of Swords, and they said nope. They said proceed.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I really don't. I probably got a dollar. Yeah, I got a dollar. No, I eat two.
I need two.
Here you go.
You owe me three.
Oh, plus that one?
Yeah, you owe me two now.
Right.
But can I mean,
What?
don't be taking stuff from over here, and don't be taking stuff from me.
I never will. I promise.
You took my
I
lighter.
didn't.
You did. He said he didn't bring it back in here, and you didn't give it to me. So it's like you just stole a lighter.
No,
I didn't ask him for the lighter for nothing. I needed it.
yes, ma'am.
And you came and took it back from me.
No, I didn't mean to. I didn't. I thought.
You knew exactly what you was doing.
I don't have. All I got is this one.
I know, but that's not the one you took. It was a mini torch.
What color?
It was a black one. So you owe me a lighter and $2.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, go ahead and knock on the door.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, that was a perspective. Okay. So we have greed. There, somebody was being greedy, hoarding, fear of lack. They had a 3 month contract, a year contract, but they had no date. So that was hoarding contracts with nobody to fulfill the obligation. Yeah, people were hesitating. They were planning, but they were hesitating, and they were going ahead and starting a project without, just moving too fast. It says doing projects on slaying a competition. Want to put somebody on a roller coaster ride for opportunities. Hmm. Let's see one more for this greed. Yeah, for money. Just for money. When somebody say no, then they go for the money and say yes. Greed. Mm-hmm. So y'all be careful. Y'all be mindful. Okay, be careful when y'all go online and these dating sites and doing weird things for money. Okay, this is not even all of it. These are just some of the energies that we collect that be around this. Somebody be numbing themselves, okay? Thinking away problems, drinking away problems, distractions with substances. Okay, so they begin married with the four of wands is commitment contracts that they have online with people that be numbing themselves. Okay, so it could be numbing out your pain, numbing out your situation, or whatever your you know whatever your choice of substance is. Okay, we have the food. Okay, so we need you to take a leap of faith towards, trying something new, but it's all based on fear, though fear-based control, secrecy, and manipulation. So some kind of way they're gonna get some fear out of you. That's what this is all about, and it's an investment to do that with this Knight of Cups. These messages that they be sending out of love, but their investment to create some sort of fear. Okay, so remember that. Just be mindful committing to these contracts, the Ace of Coins. So I don't know what goes this. Let's get an example. What's this Ace of Coins like? So this is like a repo. They said well, they not going to put a repo. Default on payments, financially incapable. So they not making no. They don't have anything to repo at this time. So they could be telling you they're not going to take anything back. This could be part of the contract with the Seven of Wands. It says, nah, they're not going to take anything back with these contracts. You get to keep the stuff like forever. It's going to stay that way with this Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is, message that you're sending, wishes for fulfillment. But these are receipts. They got some sort of receipts that somebody said, I said stop. And they didn't. So they wouldn't. They said that they will repo, but they won't. Or this person's repo in the reverse. So repo in the upright is pulling back. Pulling back in the reverse is like not pulling back. Staying ready, keeping you ready all the time for these chemistry. To be ready all the time. And they say maybe what? Maybe what? That you'll gain. Well, the maybe is a no. I don't think there's a gain, but I think the contract is more so having somebody to bully, to force somebody in a situation, even though they may want to get out of it. This is a way to gain money out of fear. So be mindful of that. That's not fun, right? Being a part of a commitment or a marriage, what they call it. I don't know if they call it a marriage. It maybe call something else. It's just within this card represents four wands. Community marriage. Okay. Anything else? So they bring fear around the messages of love. Are you about to be ready to go? And when it's time to gain. That's what came out in this fear-based control in these three areas. I mean, damn. When is it not fear? It's like as soon as you agree immediately, it just turns into something completely that you're not mindful of. King of Wands, it says intimidation masked as leadership needs constant validation or praise, silence or diminishes other to stay narcissism or God complex on top, to stay on top, dismisses feedback or accountability, uses a passion to overpower instead of inspire. Okay, well, this is like fire sign in the reverse is like fire out of control. So you burn yourself, burn everybody around you, burn everything up. There's no control. Okay, with a leader, um, or being creative and just being in charge and being seen in a positive light. And in the reverse is just the opposite. I don't know what this maybe is here, but they thinking today maybe they can get some chemistry. Yeah, they can get them out. So they're just looking for people, to be a part of these marriages. They looking for ways to manipulate you with this relaxing, to keep finding ways to find a specific vow ritual just for you, to keep you in this state of being. Okay. And it's like you're not even gaining. Your energy is zapped, and it's just a loss. It's just a lost energy. But, he's still trying to work, you know, get customers. Hidden knowledge used to control. So knowledge about this chemistry, knowledge about having you hot in your pants. Okay, with this kinky winky energy today or any day. They want to just they want to keep you on these trips. That's true about these trips and these adventures. It's true. That's what they're saying. Yeah, have you all in your feelings for years. I haven't seen anybody come out of one yet. It's been 3 years, almost two. I haven't seen nobody yet. But not to say that they won't. I just haven't yet. Okay, so let's see. We have a Queen of Pentacles. So this could be this energy. Okay. Um, just a little bit about this person or a Taurus energy when it comes to shadows. You may be able to identify it. I'm not going to just put it on that person, but this is just the shadow side of a Queen of Pentacles, right? Somebody with scarcity consciousness. There's never enough. I must hoard, hide, or hustle. So you may feel like when it comes to Pentacles, you always got to have your grind. You always got to be the one to go out there and do the work, hustle, 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 get it done, and not really ground yourself because there's a fear of loss or poverty or instability. It could cause you to feel unsafe. That just comes from your ancestors, right? Not feeling safe when you have to move all the time and not feeling grounded, constantly producing or saving. So this is a little toxic trait, but it could have people just after abundance, constantly nonstop because they feel like they're gonna go broke or they're gonna lose it all or they're not gonna be stable, So it's just like be mindful of the shadows. Okay. We all have them, so we all can learn from them, right? The High Priestess energy, intuition, wisdom, mysteries, subconscious, secrets, femininity, insight, hidden knowledge, introspection, friendships. Okay, so it could be like there could be friendships possibly connected to this kinky ways. Okay, a bunch of friends. Let me find out because I've been pull out my other deck, the Who, and we have this detective is in the reverse. He said, "I am not one of them." Okay, Nubu in the reverse, so they want to be known that I am your friend. Okay, and there's a people pleaser here that says proceed on. Okay, so it could be somebody that is trying to get someone to proceed in some toxic behaviors. What I'm picking up. Okay, thank you for that letting me know. Okay, so we have shadows of lies. There's also a shadow here. So there's a bunch of lies. So basically, with this sex ritual in this romantic, the door to romance, I might have to just write a whole little article about this little door to romance with these karmic energies and how, if you can see, there's a cage with the key on it. Once you become a contractor, that will be your cage. Okay. You will have a key. Okay, but it will, you won't be able to have the key, but they will have a key to you and to your heart and to your bedroom and to your life. Basically, your whole heart will be in a cage where you cannot be free. Mm-hmm. That's Yeah. I can't go through all of it right now because I wasn't prepared. I didn't know how this really was going to turn out, but I don't want it to be too long. But yeah, let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this means this is to stop your destiny when it comes to this shadow of lies. Is to stop someone's destiny. It's all tied to what you say, which is all tied to your sacral chakra too. Because in your sacral chakra, you be creating, you're creative. But when you are having shadows of lies where you're speaking lies and you're speaking down on people and you're having confession shadows where you say fear of exposure, false confession, silence voice, weaponizes confession, unrepentant heart, guilt loops, inherited silence, shame, shadows, blocks, healing, confession as control. So basically, you're just using your shadows to speak lies about whoever you're getting paid to speak lies to about. But at the end of the day, your sacral chakra will be so shot. It's not You're not gonna have no creativity because you've been spoken so much negative out there that you think you're doing it, and it's like you're gaining, but you're actually losing. The people that have experienced this, it's like they're low on energy, they're low on creativity, they're low on comments, they're low on a whole bunch of stuff that they don't give you the shadow side of the business. They just give you the highlights, the money, the money. But I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of people. A lot of people is kind of backing up from this, but I'm gonna have to do a whole video on this. I wasn't really planning on. Yeah, when you give your message of love is coming from your sacral chakra. That's where you create. That's where you express, right? And if you're creating stuff like this from your sacral chakra, you're taking all the creative juices and creating something positive. How do you get positive out of this? There's no love here. So basically, that's what your sacral chakra is going to look like by the time you finish. For real. It's like, what do you have left for yourself? Nothing. Right. So how could you create? How could you express? Where is the love? Like, what do you have to give? You don't have anything to give for yourself in that situation. And then you end up being in that situation in your mind and in your body. I just Yeah, it's just too much. So let's go ahead and just get some shadows. It's like, yeah, it's we don't have to do a whole video on little segments. So we got the King of Cups. So this person could be dishonest, false promises, two-faced behavior, withholding truth, spiritual misrepresentation, gaslighting, weaponized secrets, creating false narratives, self lies, generational dishonesty. So this is generation. This is like generational, like generation after generation after generation after generation. And you call this person your sweetheart. I don't know if this person, I don't know. He's in the background. He's not seen. This energy is not seen. This is this person in the background. This King of Cups. So you could be with your whoever you with, right? B. Turn that shit down. So this is you with your sweetheart, and this person is in the background. On your intimate moments. plans to steal your destiny. They got a whole kind of surprises back there, but we're not going to talk about it right now. That door romance is something else, honey. I'm telling you now. So this is what this is all about, right? Which is all the shadows. So we have confession shadows, fear of exposure. So somebody's here is fear of exposure. So when you're in fear, yeah, that somebody has a whole year contract and they don't want nobody. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want to confess that I am exposed. So there's false confessions, silenced voices, weaponized confession, unrepentant heart, guilt loops, inherited silence, shame shadows, blocked healing, and confession as control. So this is, this is the residue. This is the end result because it's the shame. It's like, why is the shame spirit? Wow, I didn't. They taking the high road. Unbothered, brushing it off, moving on past it. They not acknowledging it. Okay, so they want to just continue buttering people up. They wear masks. They wear masks and fine, I'll just put on another one. I'll just change my wig and come back with a different look. Like that. It's okay. That's how they feel. Because they're on blast, outing personal info being called out, public humiliation. So they could be feeling like they don't want to be on blast. I don't blame them. Shit, but we have six of coins because they know that they still want to do business with people that don't know about them with the six of coins. And that's this Taurus energy. They could be salty right now. That's this energy. Like, don't, this gonna mess up my reputation. I cannot be put on blast for this Six of Pentacles. It's gonna mess up business. Okay, we can't. So that's probably why they won't confess. So they rather continue throwing shade at someone else. Hmm. Okay, you say right now. So they mad. We have Queen of Wands. It says the witch wound carrier. My power is too much. So this is Queen of Wands and on the shadow side. So this is not the confident leader, creative, go-getter, passionate, boss. No, this is the opposite. Carries subconscious fear of being judged, envied, or attacked for spiritual gifts or boldness. So she could have spiritual gifts, but when she's not using her gifts in the proper way, it's like it's kind of embarrassing. So it's like you're not even proud of your gifts. Can overcompensate by becoming overly dominant or hiding extreme entirely. So they can just be just all the way up on this right here. That's a shadow. But it's like, and you have to embrace the shadows. If that's, it's like, what can you, so yeah, that's the shadow for the Queen of Wands. Let's see what comes out behind it. Queen of Wands. Yeah, sorry, no, they're like, shit, honey, I'm sorry, not sorry. And my shadows, honey, okay? No problem, Bob. Tomorrow, most likely, they trying to, they want to move forward with this chariot. They're like, time of blessings, baby. Even if I know I fucked up. If somebody is feeling like high vibing soon, they still talk about they apologizing. Okay, I'm sorry. They could have been a part of some times of blessing. where they know they effed up, and there's something that there was some sort of death, a disturbance that came with the Page of Coins, and they gave zero fucks, and they're apologizing to High Vibing for the magic, something that happened soon, that they were laid up and fed up, and something wasn't the right time for kinky ways. They said no on their reservation to justice. And true, nope, Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, Rebound, Imposter, good news. This online community. So they're sorry, not sorry about some forward action that they've taken with this cancer, about some magic that was done with on in private with this introvert, with this Queen of Wands that they were throwing shade. Okay, so some sort of good news about an imposter having a rebound. The idea of them with the Five of Wands. They said no, but something was true about justice. So I guess this is something that somebody was saying they had nothing to do with. This person is apologizing, sorry, not sorry. Somebody wasn't, about moving forward, about this magic and body shaming. So it's good news that some truth is coming out about it, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess, right? Somebody taking accountability. They want to face it. Even though some people sorry, not sorry. They could be fear. It's a lot of fear, a lot of shocks. So a lot of people were saying that they wasn't a part of something, but it came out that they were. So then there were some people that is glad, some people were probably going down for something, and but not everybody was being accountable to what happened. So what I'm getting is like other people was happy that something is coming out about other people being involved. Take it how it resonates. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's see what else we can do to close this out. Anything that the collective need to know, spirit? What does the collective need to know? This is a pretty clear message. I like it. Well, how long is it? 2 hours. Mm, that was 2 hours. Okay, well that's pretty good. That's around the time that I would like to stay live. It's a little around 2 hours. So let's see, what else can we add to this? Somebody is getting away. They're walking away from a situation. Let me see, spirit. Let me see. Let me put this back together. Let's see. I'm gonna do lighthearted. Oh God. How do we end this? So that's good. Somebody got information that they needed. Something inspiring, right? Something inspiring. Let me see. Do we have anything yet? Oh, let's get an ancestor message. It's our anniversary. This is not my ancestral deck. Okay, it says unlock your ancestral gifts. Tip and quick encouragement to connect to ancestral talents. Okay, so they said ancestors want me to share your ancestral gifts and how to tap into your ancestral talents. Let's see if we can walk through this real fast. Where's my Lord Jesus. Oh, here you go, right here. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can get a message through here. Okay, Spirit, so show us how we can connect with our ancestral. Excuse me. When you leave quietly. I'm doing a recording. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Spirit, how can we share, unlock our ancestral gifts? Okay, so it says have a spiritual retreat. It says seek solitude to connect with your inner wisdom and emerge rejuvenated. Okay, so you need to spend time alone and connect with your inner. Spend time alone. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have new heights. Okay, so that's going to spending time alone does take you to new heights. If you allow yourself to be patient and be spend time alone, it says let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. Okay, so it's a spiritual retreat, and look at all the colorful balloons, like connecting with colors too to help you build your sacral chakra. You know your colors of your sacral chakra. So when you're working with your chakras, you can probably eat a lot more oranges or a lot more um, bananas for your sacral, for your solar plex. Red food for your grounding, for your finances. Greens for your heart. Yeah, just know your shock colors, and that way you can kind of focus on that too while you're alone to keep yourself in alignment. Okay, what else, Spirit? To seek the truth. Okay, so when you're alone, seek the truth. Embrace clarity as revelation unfold. Keep an open mind for answers. Illuminate the path to understanding. So you gotta be honest with yourself, right? Be honest with yourself. I love it. Then at the bottom of the deck, it says, adapt and thrive. Luck, luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace shift, and learn from the journey as as answers reveal themselves. Okay, so seek the truth, adapt and thrive to the journey, flow with the changes, stay flexible, embrace shifts, and learn. Wow. Thank you, ancestors. One more. That is so true. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneous. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. So that's how you unlock your ancestral gifts. Tips and quick encouragement to connect to ancestral talents. If you need to rewind the video to that part, I suggest that you do because it is very rewarding. And it's just like it's like releasing all of the chains off of your brain. Release the old way of doing things, trying something new. You're having a spiritual retreat by yourself, so you don't have to try to please other people. You don't have to it's not about anybody else, it's about you. And when you open up your mind and you allow yourself to just be free, all the colors and just like a party with yourself, but with intention, just to get to know yourself. Even if some of the things, you figure out something to do, you got to try it. The more you spend time with yourself, the more your mind will feel comfortable exploring and allowing. It's like sometimes we have to give ourselves permission. You know what I'm saying? We have to give ourselves permission to go there, right? Because life is so much going on. We have to, we have to have certain things a certain way all the time, and sometimes not only with yourself but with other people. And you have to, But when you spend time with yourself, then it's all about you, what you want, how you want to do it, what you want to think about, what you want to change, and how you want to add it for you. So when you do that, and then it's like, be careful because it's addictive. Because once you start spending time with yourself, you're not gonna really want to deal with too many people. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been and found your little flow with yourself and seeking the truth. And when you seek the truth, then you can speak the truth, right? Because it's your truth and you've sat with it and you've had a whole understanding and conversation about it and you for sure about it. And it may still change, right? But at least you have something that you discovered on your own that you're definitely going to look forward to sharing with other people. Thank you, Spirit. I love that. Okay. So I hope that this message was helpful to you. You got something out of it. Take what resonate and leave the rest. Okay. Feel free to rewind in areas that you need to take notes in. First is dating. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna have to make a separate video about that dating so we can have a little bit more clarity around it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.